Hi, I'm Tom, and today I'm going to do a presentation on factors which affect football and sport. First factor is racism. Racism is still in the modern game. Unfortunately, players can be targeted and abused by fans. A quick little example of racism is fans making noises, throwing bananas onto the pitch, verbal abuses, actions such as the monkey noise, social media messages and banners. They're just quick examples, which are used to affect a player by calling him and insulting him about his skin, religion, culture, anything like that, across the lines. In defence of racism, players and campaigns aim to influence fans and narrow-minded individuals to stop being racist. Don't think racism is a good thing. Don't abuse someone by being racist to them. No matter who you are, no matter what you are, racism shouldn't be allowed in sport. Quicker campaign here. First one is Kick It Out. Kick It Out here is a campaign which wants to kick racism out of football in general, mostly, and other sports. What they do is, get players on the side, get the world's best players like Ronaldo, Messi, Ibrahimovic, Luis Suarez, Joe Allen, just to come along and to say, like, don't do racism. Coming from professional, racism isn't good. It's not cool. There's no benefits from it. You're literally, players can react to racism in different ways. Some really get offended, and some, they don't care. They just really don't care. At the end of the day, they're doing something that they love. An example is Dani Alves. He's playing football right there, banana thrown onto the pitch. Some players may, react, throw a tantrum. He's just picked the banana up, ate it. It's like the coolest way to respond to a racist abuse, which had a domino effect through social media. Social media is that big. Twitter, anything can get exposed in 24 hours. The whole world can see it, and that's what happened. The clip of Dani Alves eating the banana had a domino effect where players were also eating the banana to show the respect and the signs to Dani Alves, saying, "Look, we support you. Let's try and unite to kick racism out of football." Football is a game of uniting all people from all corners of the world. That's where the World Cup event comes involved. It's uniting people from Europe, from America, from South America, from Asia. All them to come together, play the game which most of the world loves and supports. That's just my racism. My opinion on racism is it shouldn't be allowed in football, it shouldn't be allowed in sport, it shouldn't be allowed on the streets, it shouldn't be allowed altogether, because racism is so old-fashioned. It shouldn't be in the 21st century. It affects people, it upsets people. It also has a domino effect where racism can lead into wars, it can lead into anything. And in football, why would you abuse someone about their skin colour or religion or heritage or anything, culture, because you don't like them as a player or because of the opposing team? There's no need for it. There's no need to be abusing players. They're doing their job. They're there for your entertainment as well. Abusing them, there's no benefits from it. There's no benefits to them. Targeting on social media is just completely wrong, because you won't say it to them in real life. You feel like you sat down the keyboard, you're going to type a message, they're not going to see it. But a lot of them do see it, but choose not to respond because they're professional. My next factor is drugs. Drugs in sport is obviously illegal for several reasons. Drugs on the street, a Class A drug is going to be illegal, so in sport it's definitely going to be illegal. Drugs can be used to enhance the performance, drugs can be used for addiction, and basically, an example I'm going to use is Gary O'Connor. On the right here, footballer for Birmingham City, he was a cocaine use, and basically, he was found out. The FA banned him for 2.5 years, I believe, and he needed an operation because of the damage on his body. Therefore, he was more or less banned from football because he can't. He's not a good example. He's not a good role model. He's not a good professional. When a professional signs a contract, it also says you've got to show a professional role model on and off the pitch. It's not just go on the pitch, play 90 minutes, go have a line of cocaine after the game, do what you want to do. It has a domino effect. If a player looks up to a professional footballer, smoking, drinking, using drugs, they can easily think it's gonna, they're good, but they can do it why can't I? And smoking, it's not, it has long-term effects, such as cancer, you know, such as anything really, smoking does, you know. And players need to stop using drugs because people are influenced by players. And with today's technology, you know, not many professionals use drugs because they're going to get found out. You know, another example is Colo Touré. You know, Manchester City defender at the time, you know, was using drugs, got caught out, banned for 6 months. Luckily, got himself back into football, playing still at the top level. You know, people are going to look up to him and say, if he smokes, if he drinks, you know, I can do that. I can play football still. But the thing is, drugs kind of cancels out people playing football because if they're going out on Saturday night drinking and constantly morning they're hungover, not well to play, you know, a lot of them, you know, some may not even turn up because they're not simply well enough, or some may choose a social life over a sport life. That's why drugs isn't, you know, it's not a good factor altogether. Steroids is, you know, enhancing performance. If you're at a weightlifting competition and a guy's injecting himself with steroids, you know, he's obviously going to be stronger than other people. You know, it's not fair. You know, it's out of proportion. It should be allowed and it's not allowed. Also, steroids is simply banned because it has effects not on the outside but in the inside of the body. Kidney failure, all that sort of stuff. Blood pressure, heart's the muscle, it grows. So if that grows, there's a big problem. Domino effect. I'm not going to go into it too much because it's, you know, it's really detailed what I have to say about it. But my opinion on drugs is footballers. I think drinking is, you know, it's acceptable after game now because they all have to have a social life. But smoking, you know, shouldn't be allowed. You know, smoking is a kill factor. Cocaine, anything like that, drug use, you know, it shouldn't be allowed. Players that really use it shouldn't be kicked out of the game because there's players who want to be a role model, who want to be a career, and these are just taking the mickey, to be honest. Drinking, smoking, all that sort of stuff. It's, for some people it's cheating. On some half drugs are cheating, some half drugs are just a bad influence, and other half drugs shouldn't be allowed in football altogether, really. Next we have politics in football. Politics in football is a topic which can change over the years. I'm going to talk about the funding side of football, funding side of sports really. You know, if let's say Labour go in there and they want to invest money into sports, you know, at a lower level so people can get involved more, you know, kind of like reduce the obesity levels in the UK, get people fitter, get people healthier, get people stronger, you know, that's where, you know, politics in football is on the sports side of things. There's going to be investments, there's going to be jobs, there's going to be more opportunities, there's going to be clubs, there's going to be more people involved in sports. However, if another group came in like conservative, they want to invest in business, they want to invest in technology, you know, sports gets left out. That's a domino effect where people are not going to be funded to do jobs. There's no clubs, less opportunities, less facilities, but also on the other hand, you know, I think whoever goes into power should have a level where my opinion on sport is really on politics and football with every year, same amount of money should be invested, sometimes more, you know, because clubs could be opening £1 million investment, 3 or 4 years, 4 or 5 years, it goes on, new group comes into charge, they're not going to invest in sports no more, so they've got no more funding, or they've got to have an alternative method of funding. Things, places get closed down, there's less opportunities, people are not involved in sports as much, unless, you know, they're actually a big part of the sport. But at a lower level, there's not much there. You know, not everyone wants to go out and play sports, but if there's something around the corner for half an hour a day or whatever, you know, people may think about it. Just want to say a quick little thing. Recently, Manchester City opened a £200 million campus. However, George Osborne, he said the government are going to invest £50 million in football, and that's across the whole country. That's going to be more. It's going to be based at the grassroots level, getting people involved, and that means more artificial pitches, better facilities, more clubs, more opportunities for people to get involved in sport, young people and old people, to get involved in sport, play, keep healthy, keep fit, which has a domino effect. If you got a group of 8-year-olds now who have the opportunity to play on an artificial pitch week in, week out, not got that muddy Sunday league pitch, which can be in winter times, you know, useless because you know there's bog standard. But now there's more opportunities for people to play in and outdoors football, which keeps people playing, progressing week in, week out. People doing more into academies, going to the youth teams, playing for professional first teams, possibly going to the international level. Over time, the teams, will get better, and football, the standards will increase each and every year.